To be very honest, if you love someone, it's always advisable to let the person go. If the person comes back to you, then the person is yours. So we are still talking about Crazy About You. In case if you've not seen the first episode, please do check it out. The video must have been up before this one. So back to the story. Bolaji had to improvise, or should I use, disguise himself to be a girl. So they had this all-girl night, courtesy of Alex, the cousin, and the girls, Tiffany and her friends. Okay, so it was quite an interesting night for them. They were on each other's faces. At a point, they even changed clothes in each other's faces, because Tiffany feels that Alex, of course, she knows that they are boys, they are men, but she feels like, these guys are feminists, or should I say they are all those boy-girl sorts of kind of people. Okay, so they went to swim and they called them to come along and swim with them, but Bolaji declined because, of course, he said that Junior at a point might start misbehaving. So the best thing for him to do is to decline. So it was a party night, and Tiffany got closer to him to help her, button up her clothes. And Bolaji, because he's a man, of course, men will be men, so he wasn't really comfortable, but he had to do that. So long story short, they came back drunk, and he had to help Tiffany up in her room. And you guys get, although he was a gentleman, okay, he played his game right. He didn't try to touch her. Even when Tiffany was like, what's that thing had down there, he was like, of course he didn't say anything. Okay, she was drunk, they were all drunk. So back to the whole thing, he was actually not interested. He was, even though he was playing along with them, with the girls, but that is not who he is. So he kept telling Alex, the cousin, that he's not proud of all these things he's doing. He prefers to be an ideal man, without trying to do this or do that. So the day for them to meet Pedro is the person that wanted to date Tiffany, and Pedro called them, the girls, to come along so they meet Pedro. So but then Bolaji, being the fact that Bolaji is interested in Tiffany, of course, he kept talking bad, indirectly calling Pedro to other, which provoked Pedro. Pedro was like, oh boy, do I have any problem with you? Let me tell you something, that he sees the way he's admiring Tiffany, that he would tap his chest and tell him that he can never have Tiffany. This broke him, and at a point he said to just stop messing up with the whole thing. The advice from Alex, the cousin, it was like, enough of this. You can go ahead and do whatever thing you need to do. That he's no longer interested, that he does not want to belong in that circle. This kept bothering Tiffany, because Tiffany was like that. She truly enjoys Bolaji's company, regardless. But then each time she asks Alex will always tell her that Bolaji is fine, just that Bolaji is very busy at work. So she got a call one day from the dad. The dad was like, can you help me pick up a file from a certain man, his business partner, not knowing that Bolaji is the person. Okay, so long story short, it was they were still going out, and then there's one thing Bolaji did. Bolaji decided to turn to a mystery man. Bolaji got Tiffany's account, so he kept chatting her up online, even though they didn't disclose the website. So they kept chatting, and along the line, Tiffany fell so much in love with this mystery man. So she has Googled everything about this man, but nothing. She didn't see anything. But then she enjoys his company, and she enjoys the chat. So one day she was complaining, being the fact that this particular guy, Pedro, always comes around to collect money from her. The last time Pedro asked her was $5,000. She kept saying, how come you always come around to take money from me? Even though Pedro pretended that he's an artist, a producer, whereas he's just a broke guy. So Tiffany wasn't really cool with this constant billing of her. Every time he's always there to collect money from her and do all that. So in this scene, Tiffany will always chat with this mystery man, and it kept wondering, the friends kept wondering, who could this person be? At a point, they asked her what is going on, and she said she doesn't know, but just that she's enjoying this particular man's company. So you can see that she and Bolaji are so lost in chat, even though Tiffany didn't know that the mystery man was Bolaji. So on a very fateful day, that was the day Tiffany was going to get the documents from Bolaji. And on getting there, she was surprised to have noticed or found out that the Bolaji is her own Bolaji, the Bolaji that used to be girly, kind of, and she walked out on on him, sorry, because she felt betrayed. She was like, are you a feminist? Why will you turn blue today, tomorrow you turn black? Like, what is going on? If you're a girly, dress like girly. If you're a boy, then why why do you that? Because at a point Bolaji saw her nakedness, you guys get what I'm trying to say. So she exposed everything to her friends and they were so disappointed. So Alex then came along with Bolaji to plead on Bolaji's behalf, to tell them that that wasn't really what they meant. Like, that Bolaji then professed her love for the girl. She told Tiffany that he truly loves her, but then he didn't know how to. That he was able to do everything possible just to get her to himself. They walked them out of their house and called them betrayed, as in that they betrayed them. So because Bolaji was angry, Bolaji left without Alex. So on this scene, Pedro already borrowed $10,000 from Tiffany and talked down on Bolaji because Tiffany told him about Bolaji, and then Tiffany walked him out and told him that Bolaji is doing good for himself while you are there borrowing money from her and just eating her up. So on a very good day, she went to work out. She saw Bolaji. She walked past him and uttered no word. So literally, they are no longer friends. So it kept happening, and then at a point, she decided to just go to Bolaji's house to make peace with him. Because, of course, like I said, if you have a flower, set the flower free. If the flower comes back to you, then it's yours, not flower birds. It was such an interesting video. So, of course, they decided to date after professing their loves together. Let me know what you think, and do subscribe for more. Check out this video. You will enjoy every bit of it. Bye!